So,
No.
agility heroes, Anti-Mage, Morphling, Phantom Lancer, Razor, Ursa, Gyro, Naga just got banned, and then Terrorblade?
No, that's Slark for me.
It's Terrorblade.
Okay.
Yours has been bugged so many times. It is Terrorblade.
Okay, well, we'll see if they ban or pick it then, Cinder.
And in strength, it's the lowest one. Above that, you've got Treant, you've got Spirit Breaker, Lifestealer, Clockwork, Wraith King Sven, and Axe, right?
I have Timbersaw. Yeah, the rest are fine. Timbersaw.
That's not Timbersaw. That's Phoenix.
Well, it looks a lot like Timbersaw to me and the rest of the stream as well.
Damn.
Well,
Right, it was worth a try, right?
oh, you were actually trolling me? Okay, well, I was pretty confident my game is fixed, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's the problem. You usually lack confidence, so I thought I could pull an April 1st on you there. But
oh, peace!
God damn it. Man, what
try,
what have I fallen to when I can't even trick you anymore? You used to be so easy.
It was a good attempt,
I guess you're getting used to it by now.
Oh no, I did believe that you saw those heroes. You want to take some consolation in
that.
that?
Your interface was bugged then?
No.
Shit.
No way.
Okay, so let's get back to it.
You have shaken my confidence in general, though, so that was definitely a good attempt.
I have a really bad influence on people.
It has something to do. If you ever correct me on English things, I will just assume you're right at this point because apparently I just can't speak proper English at all.
Oh, that's good. Then I can exploit that at some point. That's good. Did you know? Okay, never mind.
But I'm very stubborn, so keep that in mind. So maybe I spoke too soon.
Okay, let's. That's a joke out the window. I am a terrible person. We're going into game 3, so now we're essentially down to a best-of-3 series after both teams won a game each. And Navi has banned out the Naga Siren as well as Pugna, and Fnatic banning out the Invoker. Navi first pick in this game, so no big surprise to see Fnatic banning that against Dendi, else they probably wanted it for themselves. And they're gonna ban the Clockwork, which Fnatic played very well in the last game, so... There is a Tinker. There is a Tinker. I think we're gonna see Fnatic pick that for Hani here. In the next 2 picks.
I only see 2 traditional off lanes, so I'm just assuming that Timbersaw and Darkseer are gonna get picked up, and maybe I'm missing somebody. Correct me if I'm wrong. I guess technically some heroes can play off lane, but I'm talking about the difficult hard lane, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Lifestealer is the first pick for Navi, so Khavost getting a hero of a choice. Question is, does he have the Lifestealer set? There's actually 2 in the game. I was wrong the other day.
Tinker.
So hoping to see some extra Lifestealer. And there's the Tinker, but Fnatic's gonna take it. Were you assuming that Navi was gonna take it?
The Tinker or the Darkseer?
The Tinker.
The Tinker, yeah, I was expecting Fnatic to get it right now. There's...
No, I asked if you thought Navi was gonna get it. I didn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, Navi would get it, yeah. I think if Fnatic don't get it here, Navi will take it for Dendi. Sorry, I got a little confused.
April Fools! Oh wait, that's not how it works.
You're even worse than me, at least
Have
that's a
I flustered
relief.
you again, Cinder? Come on
it's
now.
good, it's good.
Come on.
I like when you show off, like, show lack of competence, because then I feel better about myself, so thank you for that.
Okay, that's on purpose.
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, it is gonna be, the Tinker for Fnatic here will more than likely be played by Hani. He plays an excellent Tinker, and so does Dendi. So it's a very important pick in this matchup between these 2 teams, just like Lifestealer is, with both Era and of course, Khavost playing that for Navi. So they had to make the choice which one they thought was most important. They chose the Lifestealer, and because of that, it seems like they're pretty much running out of time. Navi being caught a little bit out of the comfort zone here in terms of that. They're going to get Morphling and Lina. It's a very special setup here.
I think Fnatic is going to go Ursa again. It's amazing against Lifestealer. But again, Hani's the one that played Ursa last game, so the question is who would play Tinker, or vice versa, who would play the Ursa. Or maybe I'm just
I think they'll get Slark for Era.
Yeah, Slark's also, well, it's not a great counter. I guess it's good against Morphling. How does Waveform work against that?
He hits Pounce. Oh, yeah, bans Pounce. Yeah, you can jump out of Pounce with that.
There's a Slark. It's your turn, Synderen. Your turn to take over the ban pick. Only
okay,
10
you've got 5 seconds to
Navi.
say what Navi gets. Come on, fast.
Oh, got Axe and
King.
Ogre Magi,
No,
apparently. Yes! Yeah! And the last pick here is going to be a complete troll. No, I was going to say Spirit Breaker just for fun, but man, Warlock wouldn't be too bad. Although
They are getting Silencer. Hands down.
Okay, yeah, that's a good choice too. Okay.
Or Wraith King. Damn it. Silencer. Wraith King. They need a stun.
They do love Wraith King. They do love Wraith King. Okay, that's your choice then. Alright, I'll go Silencer and look like a smart guy if they pick it. Damn it!
Yes.
So you pick for Fnatic, I pick for Navi every time. It's beautiful. It works out.
We should just be captains of these instead.
Yeah. Navi, of course, has 3 melee, and then Morphling, you know, not the traditional range here. What is it, 400 range? Like, it's just
I think it's got like 350.
bad. Whatever it is,
Something
it's
like-
bad. And then on the other side, we have 3 melee as well. So, 4 melee, I'm sorry. Holy crap, I just realized. 4 freaking melee on Fnatic. You're gonna have to get up close and personal, and Axe is gonna love that.
Yeah,
And Lifestealer.
Axe is sick here. So damn
Wow.
good. Only the Tinker. They're gonna need a Hex, I think, on the Tinker early on. I don't think Hani can go for the Dagon build here, because he's gonna need to control for his team. I think Fnatic this time, in the series so far, to me, this is the most one-sided draft. And maybe in the playoffs in total, this might be the most one-sided draft. I'm all Navia for this one, and it's because Fnatic don't have really... At least they have double melee support, they don't have any significant lockdown apart from Wraith King's stun, and Tinker's gonna need farm that I'm not sure Navi are gonna allow him to get, because they have really good early game. Roaming from Ogre and Lina is very easy to get a setup. Axe, as you said, is great against Fnatic's lineup. And meanwhile, Morphling as well as the Lifestealer can get good farms, so I think Navi really got the upper hand in this one. Before I pass it over to you, I want to just quickly remind everyone that we've got some cool contests running where you can win some stuff. So there seems to have been a little bit of miscommunication with Neil again. So he has been redirecting people to the Logitech Gaming Facebook page, which is perfectly fine, but they've actually written it, instead of as a response to your post, or to the Dota Cinema post, it's been written all over the wall now. So we're gonna mix it up a little bit. If you want to participate, write something on the wall. And basically what we said is, we really appreciate the way that they've sponsored the tournament and getting involved into Dota 2 in general. So if you guys want to be in the raffle for some of their cool gear, just write something appreciative about the tournament. Anything you liked. It could be the casting, my bad sense of humor, Suns fans' incredible kittens that we're going to show later on, whatever. If you want to be in the running for that.
That's right.
And apart from that, the XMG one, which we would love to get a little bit more love for that one, because they're actually raffling away a lot of cool stuff as well. Check it out. The easiest way to find it is going on our YouTube, Dota Cinema. Is the name on YouTube, so youtube.com/DotaCinema. Check it out there. See what's in the raffle, see how you participate, and good luck to everyone who participates, of course. Good.
I think people, and we're gonna ward off the Ancients, and I believe Navi knows, or Fnatic knows this. Okay, so like I was talking about last game, the prize pool ticker thingy is broken for whatever reason, as actually No-Tail isn't gonna be able to deny that ward, and actually get stunned. I'm not sure if they have enough damage to take this. He does have the living armor. Great
body
blocking
with the
from
illusion.
Lina, but Fire
Another
Blast is
Fire
up
Blast
in
in
2
2
seconds.
He's dead.
Oh my goodness! Yes! Puppy getting the first blood. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Funnick, who's the off lane
plays.
solo.
Axe is impressed.
I really want to say what I wanted to say, but it's not going to happen apparently. Fly doesn't have enough for another stun. If they did, perhaps they could have gotten that kill. We'll go over the lanes in a second here. I just want people to get into the April Fool's, although it's not technically an April Fool's joke, get into the April Fool's, what's the word I'm looking for?
Spirit?
Attitude? Spirit, thank you. Yes, English so hard. Can you guys spam Cyborg Matt and tell him to fix his godforsaken prize pool ticker? Because I just remembered that this prize pool ticker is from his site, so it's got to be something on his end. So spam him immediately, please.
It's all Cyborg Matt's fault.
It is. It's usually Neil's fault, but this time
maybe it's
Cyborg
actually
Matt.
Neil's fault.
Did screw up the overlays, who knows?
It could be. Alright. We're giving
Alright,
Neil a
so
lot of flack. He actually
I'm
didn't
very
deserve the first one.
I'm very scared of. I want you to go over the lineups for both sides so I don't miss a kill. That's the plan, at least.
Good. Alright. I'll do it. Let's look at the bottom lane. We've got Era playing as Slark, fighting a little bit up against Funnick here. In the jungle for now, but he's also supporting on the lane is Fly on the Wraith King.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Funnick
he's actually
getting
in
really
trouble.
low. One more right click. Yes! It uses a salve as well, so big time gold advantage as well as experience going the way of Slark in this instance. See what happens when I don't miss first blood?
I'll be
It's
fast.
Good.
I'll be
Thank you.
fast about it. Hani will be playing Tinker in mid together with No-Tail's Treant, who's kind of walking around aimlessly with no goal in life at the moment. And the top lane.
At least he can't miss his living armor.
The Doxier of Trixie. Meanwhile, for Navi, Havost farming the top lane with Lifestealer as he usually does when he's playing that. Kuroki will be playing the Ogre Magi together with Puppy's Lina, the roaming support duo. Dendi on the Morphling in mid. And finally Funnick on the Axe, who started in the off lane. He died, he used a salve. Fuck this, I'm going woods. And he's currently well on his way to level 3.
Well, once Fnatic becomes privy to this, actually No-Tail has double damage, but of course there's no real slows to come his way. If he had a Leech Seed, perhaps he could get a kill, because his right-click damage is I believe he's the highest in the game, level 1, if I'm not mistaken. He has the highest strength gain, or close to at the very least. But once they become privy to this information, I would expect Fly to perhaps gank and just give complete solo XP to Era, knowing that Axe is in the jungle all alone. Trixie gonna take a Fire Blast to the face. He knows the Ion Shell is so good in this instance to try to steal some of the creeps. It's gonna be a little bit difficult for Navi to counteract that. In fact, it's gonna be 2 of them. This is gonna be interesting how much XP and gold well, he's gonna get XP regardless, it looks like, but how much gold is the question. And Treant Protector was killed by neutrals.
What?
Which neutrals exactly?
I don't know. I clicked him. He's level 1, so he respawned instantly. So I didn't even see where he died. Let's see, where are the camps? Where did they take damage? Oh, he died to the Centaur down here.
Oh, he's so close to getting it too.
And that was gonna give him level 2 as well.
Is just mocking him with 52 HP. That's awesome. I was gonna say, maybe it was on purpose if he had spent all his gold just to get a faster transport to base, but he did not spend all his gold. And of course the Centaur had already been beaten up almost to death. Mid lane, Kuroki and Puppy gonna be ganking. Looking for Tinker, who doesn't have much escape mechanism. Fire Blast, there it comes. Waveform to follow. Stun from Lina, should be enough to get the kill. More than enough, in fact. No-Tail is here to soak up a little bit of XP after the fact. And top lane allows Trixie to get even more XP. So right now he's level 5 as opposed to the Axe, who is resigned to the jungle, level 4. So in that respect, fnatic is ahead in experience. But the kill's definitely going Navi's favor. As you can see, 3-1.
Trixie's doing a great job. I think he's getting pretty much everything out of this top lane that he can. Considering he's technically against a tri-lane, he's been doing very well for himself. Has higher CS than vods because he's been taking the jungle creeps as well. So really well played by him so far in this game. I want to point out what No-Tail is doing, if you have a look at this camp here. So they realize that the ancient camp is being heavily contested by Navi. So instead what they're doing is they're trying to stack the bigger camp inside the Radiant jungle. He might try to make a quad here, and then they're going to let Hani farm that so he can get BOTs fairly early. And I think it's important that fnatic supports in this game help Hani out, because he's really being contested a lot. Again, the rotation coming mid. He's going to die to Kuro once again. There's no escape.
Yeah, he is absolutely... Oh, living armor coming out. Is that going to be... No. Not even close, but Kuroki will fall.
Kuro's gonna die, actually gets a trade.
But I guess the experience going the way of No-Tail, but of course Hani gets absolutely nothing. So he's getting dominated in this mid lane. I mean, looking at CS overall, 25 and 11 to the 13 and 8, just by CS alone getting dominated. Now I just want to look at the level discrepancy. Level 6 versus the level almost 5. So Dendi obviously far ahead, mostly thanks to his teammates.
And here's the problem. Who's gonna help Hani early on? They have a support duo.
Well, that's what I was saying. Fly should be roaming right now.
They have a Wraith King plus Treant, and Treant can be nice defensively for Hani. I guess if they smoke together, actually, Treant and Wraith King combined have good slow and stun and decent damage, but I just feel like if Navi's support are there, they're just always going to be able to save whoever fnatic goes on. And they can't go on Dendi. I feel like this is one of the best Morphling games you can ever have, just in terms of draft. It's going to be such an easy game for Dendi, giving him a head start and letting him win mid lane against Hani. He's also 10 CS ahead. It's going to be really difficult for fnatic, but Era is getting great farm, and I think he's going to have to be the big player for fnatic again. We saw it yesterday. He got a 10-minute Shadow Blade against Alliance. He could be doing it again.
Kuroki's going to be the only person between this tower and Navi's base, or the tier 2 I should say.
And the first Midas.
Yeah, Midas gaming begins. Is this the first? Yeah, this is the first in the entire series, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay. That's really shocking after yesterday's games, for sure. Funnick doesn't have any in battle hunger, so his gank ability, is that a word? His gank ability is not very good. His ganking ability, that's right, gank ability becomes ganking ability. It's just combined. This is the way English works, I guess, the American English.
His gankiness?
His gankiness, that sounds awesome. Add that to the list of great Cindernisms, as Trixie might find himself in a tough spot. Open wounds will not slow him too much. He's actually just
totally juking them, and I was going to TP to his tower. Trixie's been on point this game so far. Beautiful offlane play. Level 7 at 7 minutes. In comparison, Funnick is level 4. He should have jungled a lot more, I feel, but he was trying to move around and get something done. Didn't really find any opportunities, so essentially just missed out on some farm. And because of that, the gold graph is still in 0, and the experience favoring fnatic by about 1,000, and that's Of course, when Navi are playing a duo roaming, if these heroes wouldn't have succeeded so well in roaming early on, they would be really far behind. But because of the kills, supports are somewhat keeping up. It's still looking, the early game's looking good for Fnatic. I'm still just worried about how they transition, but if they get the farm, I think they can do it.
I'm still surprised that Fly. I mean, Fly's getting levels, so that's good. But considering this lane has been abandoned until this point in time, just surprised he hasn't really ganked at all. A double stun by Puppy. Are they going to be able to get this rune? Fnatic still steals it. I'm surprised he didn't try to go for the denial. Might have put himself in a terrible position though, so playing it safe. Fnatic 3 levels in counter helix, 2 in Battle Cry, or Berserker's Call. God, Battle Cry. It's like combining Battle Hunger and Berserker's Call, or neither actually.
Oh boy. We got the hand of gold for Dendi.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, that's right. So double hand of Midas. It's not quite Midas Gaming yet. Just waiting for the Ogre Magi to pick it up as the third. Definitely needed.
Yeah, he's close
Ogre
to
Magi.
it. He just needs the recipe and the glove of haste.
Not too far away, absolutely. So this is gonna ensure late game at least. Definitely for Navi, if they can get there. And considering their start, I mean, Fnatic's not too far behind, but they're not snowballing, and this is when Slark needs to start taking over, I feel like. And he's working on the Shadow Blade, so once he gets that, expect him to start ganking all around the map. Yeah.
I feel like this is the perfect analysis of the situation right now for Navi. Getting double Midas here makes so much sense because, as I pointed out earlier, Fnatic's early game is really defensively oriented. They can't really fight, and ganking is going to be hard, breaking the base is going to be hard, and since they held down Tinker as much as they have, so he's 1,000 gold away from Boots of Travel at 9 minutes, I feel like Navi can just play this as a kind of an economy game, and then they have the better, they're stronger right now, so they can just play on getting far ahead, and then eventually take it over in the mid lane. I think this is a great choice. I'm generally not the biggest fan of when teams go very greedy with Midas, but when you're so far ahead in terms of just early game momentum in your lineup itself, then I see why not.
Tower is under attack.
Bottom lane's gonna be pressured. Kuroki gonna get a little bit of backup in Puppy, who is level 5 at the moment. A nice stun on Kuroki, but here comes Puppy. A nice double stun, but Air's gonna completely dissipate that. Along with the pounce, I'm assuming is gonna be enough to take out Kuroki, but here comes Dendi out of nowhere. The ultimate from Wraith King. He's gonna get stunned pretty much right away. We'll get a stun off in the end, but we'll die overall. And Era just has to fall back. So really nice rotations from Navi. Trixie's gonna be pushing this lane top with the Ion Shell. Pressure this Kavos a little bit more. Of course, Kavos is not the tankiest in the world, going Midas obviously, and phase boots to boot. No pun intended, actually.
Still, it's one of the better melee heroes you can have against Darkseer, because obviously you passively lifesteal from every single attack you do on the creep wave, and then if you get low, you know that Darkseer's ability to pressure you is kind of non-existent. He only kills Kavos if Kavos is low already when initiation comes, so you can always just infest and get full health again. It's a 100-second cooldown, and he's easily going to be able to go and infest a creep in the jungle whenever he wants to get full health and some bonus gold. He's staying on par with Era's farm, and he's playing against the Darkseer, so really well done by him as well. Playing melee against the Darkseer isn't easy, but definitely Lifestealer one of the better ones.
So Boots of Travel now picked up by Tinker, and the Shadow Blade also picked up by Era, so this is when I think that they should start doing some work. Of course, Axe is getting somewhat close to his blink, actually really close, only 300 away from Blink Dagger, which of course, in combination with the likes of Lifestealer, creates a devastating combination. Which I'm not sure what Fnatic can do about it.
This is really impressive, considering how hard Honey has been countered. No-Tail has been doing such a good job stacking up the jungle for Honey here, giving him his comeback. I didn't think he would have this much gold at 11 minutes with 2 deaths, but Boots of Travel, 64 CS, Soul Ring, Bottle, and 1,000 gold? This is pretty damn good for Honey here. All things considered, really impressive. And at the same time, No-Tail has also almost got level 7, so he's... I wouldn't say this is the peak of Treant, but getting level 4 living armor is certainly one of the most important things in the game that Fnatic supports.
Absolutely. In fact, he was holding on to his skill level for quite a while, and ended up putting one in Nature's Guise. Dendi is gonna go for this rune. Nope, just gonna pop Morph. No-Tail's gonna have to take it. Fortunately, Hani could not. Actually, kind of surprised they didn't go for that, but either way, now that he has Boots of Travel, doesn't really have to worry about regen that much. And in fact, if they can get in position with the DD on On No Tail, look at how much damage he does. He's almost level 7 now and deals 200 damage. Pretty sick overall. What's he going for? So what does a Treant go for in a game like this? As Axe picks up the Blink Dagger.
I think so Darkseer's getting the mech. So either a pipe or some sort of auras, I think, would be great for No Tail. Blink Dagger. Maybe Blink Dagger, to be honest, because Fnatic need initiation. Maybe that's better here, if No Tail gets
can't get out of the pounce thanks to his rage. Erathos gonna have to use his ultimate to get away. Kuroki, they're just in time. The Shadow Blade is so good at this point. What's that?
You go Blink on Treant, I think.
Yeah.
I was considering pipe, but it is gonna be good, but at the same time, I don't think it's gonna cut it for Fnatic. I think they need something bigger to just set them in a good position.
Gets his Blink Dagger from the courier, but will die shortly thereafter. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, Shadow Blade this early is a devastating combination when you have Slark.
Still impressive he managed to get a 13-minute blink considering how much time he lost. First of all on dying in his lane and then on moving around a lot. Pretty impressive. That is very far from the target, that Light Strike array.
I think
I'm not sure.
I don't think he was actually going for him. I mean, I think Kuroki was out of range, so Puppy's like, let's just farm, but then he's like, oh wait, are we going for him? Are we going for him? I don't know. Giving him the benefit of the deck, because that was like as if he had 500 ping. But either way, this tier 1 tower taking some damage thanks to Hani. And you're right, he is farming out of his mind right now. 3rd on the list though of net worth, which is a little bit surprising. Expect that to go up a little bit further, but of course we're going against Midas Gaming. Khavos #1 right now. Midas, as if right on cue, able to be used. And boom!
Yeah,
the tower mid almost deniable.
I'm really impressed with Fnatic saying, "Oh, here we go."
Era's gonna get stunned, but it's gonna dissipate it immediately. Puppy will fall shortly thereafter. Gets his ultimate off, but of course the mech's gonna counteract a lot of that damage. And this is the tier 1, along with 2 kills going the way of Fnatic. The question is, what is Navi getting out of this? Not much. Khavos can't really push too much. Dendi, I mean, they're going against almost full HP towers at this point, so they're not gonna get a big trade. Ani. Setting things up against Khavos. Khavos is really cocky. Of course, he could always rage TP, pretty much no problem. But the question is there enough damage to kill him? There might be. The Infest onto a creep, almost ready, almost ready. Like, actually, he's just gonna go for it, apparently. Okay, why don't you... Okay, the last moment. This guy lives on the edge, man. Absolute on the edge.
Wow, that was so goddamn close. He's still gonna get out of this. Because Trixie's gonna Ion Shield the creep, so it takes even less damage when he pushes. Oh, but they just mind gaming him. We're still there.
And he's dead.
Man, that's some next level stuff right there.
Explain this to me. They're gonna chase Puppy. What does Hani have? Is it a blink? He does have a blink. They're gonna initiate directly on a Puppy. He has no idea he had a blink because I had no idea the blink. Dendi's gonna TP in along with Funnick. Funnick almost getting a perfect draw on. There it goes. Trixie taking a stun from Kuroki. In the meantime, they're gonna trade lives in all likelihood. The Culling Blade not needed to be used. Actually got canceled in mid-air. And Axe will follow in his death. And Era just stealing stats left and right. But of course, the replicate was up for Dendi because he loves heroes like this, such as Ember Spirit and Morphling. Get out anytime.
I'm so impressed with how Fnatic are playing this right now. I really didn't imagine this was going to be the scenario. So, they're... Oh, wait a sec. Man, do we ever get to talk? Era?
No.
Bye-bye, Dendi.
Oh.
He's getting work done with this Slark.
Man, look at my 25 or 75 agility, I should say. Dylan, 25.
Excellent movement around the map. He reads the map really well and finds the openings that are available to him era here. It's very well done. And the reason I think this is impressive is I said Fnatic's early game was lacking in my opinion, but they're finding all the openings that are there. With the Slark in particular, just doing great work. He's been in 9 out of 10 kills era. And they were 2 Midases behind, but they were still keeping up in Golden Experience. So they were still finding more farm on the map than Navi were. And that means if they can keep this up and transition into a mid-game based off that, I think they're looking really good here. I'm just impressed. I thought this was not going to be the case in this game.
Well, the mid-game is what this entire lineup is about, like you talked about. I mean, when Slark gets that Lothar Shadow Blade, that's pretty much the time to start going. Ogre Magi does not go with the Synderen build of choice, getting multicast at level 6. He's level 7 without it. How dare he? Doesn't he know it's the best build ever? Fly, and a couple members of, actually just Hani, going to be defending this tower. And of course, the beautiful thing about Treant, heal these towers as much as possible. Navi doesn't exactly have the greatest pushing team, as we're going to have a little bit of an engagement. Slark invis. They have a sentry though. They can spot him just in range actually. Trying to bait him in. I think he knows though that they have a sentry there. And in the meantime, Trixie's just gonna push lanes at top. We're staff now on Fly.
I love seeing mobility items on Wraith King because I feel like it's one of his biggest problems that he doesn't have that. So I hope Fly doesn't go for the MKB he did against Alliance in the game yesterday, where it was pretty much useless if you're playing a support Wraith King. Get something for your team. Get auras, get a blade mail so that when you take damage you do more damage to the enemy team, something like that. But not the BKB here. I still don't think that would be a good choice. And he doesn't need to carry either. There's a Slark and the Tinker getting really good items. The Era walking through the sentry here. Navi's probably going to know this is coming, and fnatic is in a perfect position here if Era initiates. But will he see the axe on the way down there? He does. Going to be the one opening.
Oh boy. Doesn't even open with the pound. There's the stun though. Here comes the great ultimate from No-Tail. fnatic is going to be the first to die in this engagement. There's the force up coming into effect. 4 flies. They focus all the pressure on the boss, who's going to pop Rage. Era getting really low. No-Tail doing a nice job of keeping him alive, at least for now. Fly. Oh, beautiful blink and right click from No-Tail. Hits like a ton of bricks. Fly has his ultimate, so has no problem diving this tower. Is going to tank it quite a bit. The rest of his team is not going in. There's the vacuum. Into the right click. Kuroki, Lina.
Oh my god, Navi, you're getting
DP
crushed.
cancelled. Wow. This mid and GG. Holy crap. I was going to say, is this GG? I don't know if it was. Okay. We're just gonna leave it as is.
I cannot believe how fnatic did this. This is so sick, and I have to say again, for Era, I'm so happy for fnatic that they pick Slark for Era. I think he plays that hero so incredibly well. He also completely dominated in